What is going on, Lucid fans? Welcome back to 𝗖𝗓𝗡𝗘𝗖𝗧 Journey. So today is a very much red day. I'm going to explain briefly why we're going down as much as we are, do a little bit more technical analysis at the end, and despite the red day, there was some optimistic news that did come out, so I'm going to share that with you and what that means for us as investors. But before I get into any of that, making sure you guys hit that thumbs up, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, greatly appreciate that. If you do like my channel and support the growth, take a look at my memberships, link in the description below, or just hit the join button at the bottom of the screen. With that said, let's get right to it. So as you can see, live ticker to my left currently down 7.71%, 15.3 million as far as overall volume, 42.9 the average, and that is a 6-month average, and 1.2 million shares being purchased by institutions and hedge funds just today alone. Like I said as well, I just want to give you some general updates and keeping in line with institutions purchasing. The new round of 13Fs came down the pipeline. A lot of small fish, like I said, it is the later of the week, for this week more specifically, where a lot of the big players are disclosing their positions, such as the big names, as you can see right here. I'm just going to sort this. So PIF, Vanguard, BlackRock, there's also Morgan Stanley. A lot of big names are all disclosing their positions this week. So very exciting week for us. But as of today, there was fairly small fish, not really anything substantial to talk about. But largely today we are down because of good old Rivian. Ford is selling at a substantial discount, and right now it goes to show that people aren't really incentivizing or looking at EVs in a positive light, especially with increasing prices. And that hands down is going to be combined with what I'm going to talk about. But looking right here, prices have gone up, and we all know that. So theoretically, from their previous earnings, anyone who does have a reservation has up until May the 31st to convert that to an order. So that is a twofold event. So hands down, we are most likely going to lose some reservations because of this, and nobody wants to increase their prices because even looking at some of the prices, it's substantial. So the Pure is from 77 to 87,000, Touring is 95 to 107, Grand Touring 139 to 154, and then obviously the Dream Edition is sold out, and Grand Touring Performance is maintaining at 179. So nobody wants those increases, in my opinion at least. I could be completely wrong about that. So at the end of the day, we are going to see a little bit more of a discrepancy as far as reservations, but we are going to see a lot more orders getting in. So that's going to be very beneficial for us as investors because at the end of the day, our revenue is going to go up. So this is very beneficial for our next earnings. In combination with Rivian though, there was also news that did come out, more so as far as from Citi. They did reiterate a buy rating on Lucid, but unfortunately they did cut our price target from 54 to 36. So that is, like I said, it is what it is. We can't really change that. 36 still isn't necessarily bad, but a lot of people do have a lot of higher averages than $36 alone, and there was so much optimism when it came down to Lucid. Just unfortunately, interest rates and inflation and CPI data is also coming out this Wednesday, so that is going to be a very volatile time for that, but hopefully that might be a good reverse, especially if it is fairly good. Looking at the social sentiment though, I'm a big believer in looking at that. Despite us going down, despite the broader market, the futures, everything going down, we are oddly positive. So that's a good sign. If you do like interactive brokers, take a look at the description below and also the comments. Just click on the link, play around. It clearly has a lot of good charts and information that a lot of individuals could definitely benefit from. But getting back right to it though, like I said, this is a very good news as far as them increasing prices for us as investors for reservations, because there was also news that did come out from Bank of America saying that they are seeing a boost in overall lending. And right now from their previous earnings, 50 billion was given for loans and leases, so that is a very big sign. So especially not necessarily just for Lucid though, but all EVs increasing, as you can see, 3%. So that is a big deal for Lucid because right now Lucid has a very good agreement with Bank of America as far as lending, leasing, and things like that. So like I said, that is what it is. But when it comes down to it though, I just want to give you a good summary of everything else that you need to know before I do some technical analysis. Looking right here, you can see it is up 0.32% for short interest, almost 21%. So we are extremely high, but the short score is 8103, and how you get that short score is a couple different combinations. Utilization is currently at 100%. So utilization shows that 100% of the available shares to short are currently out. Then you need a fairly high short interest as well, and cost to borrow, you need that to be high for a good squeeze to occur. So right now we do have 2 of the 3. This is why the short score is increasing, but cost to borrow is currently at 1305 1.5, which in my opinion is fairly low considering where it was in the past. So with that though, I just want to cap it off with some technical analysis, because like I mentioned, we are down. It's a lot of different factors that are all coming at us at once, whether it be from Citi, Rivian, just a broader market, inflation. There's a lot of things hitting us, but at the end of the day, Lucid still has reiterated based on their earnings a lot of positive things coming for its future. So this is why Lucid is a long-term investment. We might be trending down a little bit more. I'm going to do a little bit more technical analysis and give you a breakdown of that. But like I've always said, it is a long-term investment. Very bumpy ride to get established, but once it does get established, it's going to do a lot of good things. So right now in the actual chart, I have the 50, 100, 200-day moving averages, Bollinger Bands, RSI, stochastic, and momentum. So today clearly is something different. A lot of investors are very much scared. Momentum indicator is down substantially. So it is very interesting to see. So the fact that we have fairly higher volume, so again within the first hour and a half of the trading day, 15.9 million shares being traded today. So that hands down is a lot higher than what we're used to. So the fact that we have a higher volume but yet momentum is down substantially shows big players are physically buying into Lucid. So that's hands down. This is why I like to do a lot of technical analysis and break it down. Shows you kind of read between the lines, things that aren't really apparent all the time. Stochastic, there is a deviation starting to occur. So red line above the black showing overall a little bit more of a bearish sentiment. RSI is currently at 33, and looking on the actual chart, we are lower percent of the Bollinger Band and hugging it as well. Typically 9 times out of 10 when we do break outside the Bollinger Band, we do trend up, obviously without a justifiable cause, but today we are actually hugging it, so that again is a little bit more of a bearish sentiment, and we are currently as more so on the Fibonacci trading between the S2 and the S1, so 1523 and 1727. Those are points to watch for, both bullish and bearish depending on where we go. Currently trading at 1655, so right now in between the S2 and the S1. Like I said, there is some positive things. I did do a video as far as bullish sentiments that could be coming from this week, such as obviously like I already mentioned, the big players from the 13F, the big news for their Europe expansion. There's a lot of things that could get us over that 1727 mark easily, but like I said, the broader market is very much fearful, and especially it does look like a lot of big names are dumping a lot of these big EVs, and right now a lot of EVs are just in massive panic mode. So not necessarily just Rivian, Lucid, but everything. Even Tesla's down roughly about 7%, NIO down 4.5%. A lot of big names are at substantial discounts. This is why right now, like I've always said, pick these up at a substantial discount, especially find ones that have a very good balance sheet, such as Lucid, 5.4 billion in cash and equivalents, very beneficial, and a lot of good growth in its future as well. But with all that, let me know your thoughts on Lucid in the comments below. If you haven't, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, greatly appreciate that. If you do like my channel and support the growth, take a look at my memberships, link in the description below, or just hit the join button at the bottom of the screen. With that said, appreciate you guys watching, and let's all make a lot of money on Lucid.